Hello, and welcome to Old Toy, New Joy, the show where I share with you my previously enjoyed toys I purchased from online sources, thrift stores, and collector shows that once belonged to someone else. Today I've got Jilly Bean with me,
Hi.
and we're looking at this Masters of the Universe Origins Wind Raider that I picked up just before Christmas because I had a very strong feeling I was going to get the Masters of the Universe Origins Castle Grayskull from Mommy for Christmas, and I saw this at Canadian Tire on deep discount. It was on clearance, and I just had to get it, and I knew that it would complement the castle very well. So, interesting thing about this Origins, like a lot of other series out there, toy manufacturers are realizing that the toys that they first put out 40 years ago, because that's when this Wind Raider was first made available, have really stuck with people. Now there's this whole other demographic, adults like me, who still not just remember the toys they played with, but want to have them again. And also want to share that experience with their children, like you, Chili Bean. I love talking about this stuff and showing it and having it. And it kind of creates a new memory, a new situation, influenced by the original. So that's why you see this toy, which looks a lot like the original Wind Raider. It's a little bit bigger, but also the box. Just like on the Castle Grayskull artwork, which we featured in a video not so long ago, the box has been really well done. And they do that on purpose because that also invokes that nostalgic feeling. With the artwork that's very similar to the original artwork that showed up on packaging in the 1980s. So before we cut open this box, because I know you're really eager, let's just take a look at it from all angles, okay?
So the first side, on this side, we have the Wind Raider, and we have these two guys with the Wind Raider.
And that's not the Wind Raider. I don't remember the name of this vehicle. This is Man-at-Arms, and he's the same color as the Wind Raider. He's got the green and yellow. So I think originally the Wind Raider was meant for He-Man to fly around in, sort of as a transport vehicle, and sometimes there'd be more than one person in it. But after a while, it was Man-at-Arms using it more as an offensive attack, even though it's not really weaponized, but we'll see what features and benefits it does have in a moment.
And the next part on the back, it shows us how to work it. So we have this, and I guess you would press a button and it would shoot off.
Right, so there's a retractable winch.
Okay.
Or hook. And we'll take a look at the moving parts. That's one of the main moving parts when we open it up. But you're right, it shows us what we're getting inside and also shows us sort of some of the action of the Wind Raider. What else do we see here?
And then we have He-Man, Skeletor, and Hardak.
Right, so those are the battle armor, which came out, I think, around 84, 85. The battle armor He-Man and Skeletor. I apologize if I got those years wrong. I never had these. Their chest plate would go from perfect to damaged. It would roll into a damaged, and then you could move it back to perfect. And kids thought that was really awesome. And those are highly collectible today on the secondary market. But Origins has come out with battle armor He-Man and Skeletor since then. And there's Hordak, of course. Castle Grayskull we have, which is great. And we played with that, and we really have enjoying that. And then there's the Wind Raider. I think that's similar to an action shot on the Castle Grayskull box, actually. All right. And then there's He-Man and the Wind Raider. We're going to be saying Wind Raider a lot in this episode. All right. You want to cut her open carefully?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so the Wind Raider is very securely fastened to a cardboard insert. Looks like there's a little bit of assembly required, the wings and the tail fin. And we do have a little bit of an instruction manual here. You want to open that up for us? Okay, it comes with a stand. And is this, what language is this?
French.
I see German. Okay, so one second. Both right. Yep, there's definitely French and there's German too. There's probably some Spanish as well, and there's a little bit of English. So the Wind Raider comes with a stand which you can actually put on the Castle Grayskull, which is great. We'll do that because we've got Castle Grayskull. And I think I was wondering what these two little holes were on Castle Grayskull, and they're meant for this, I guess. And here's our parts. So we've got the main body, we have some sort of computer there, the stand, like I said, the tail fin, and the two wings. Alright, so we're going to remove the Wind Raider from the insert and put these parts together. Okay, so turn that over, please. That's part of our hover stand. Show people what we're getting here. When you're not using the Wind Raider, you're going to stick it on this. We'll put it together. And what's in the other baggie, Timothy? And then the hover stand can either fit into this or fit onto the castle, I guess. You know, I gotta tell you, in the instruction manual, there's very little explanation as to what they're calling this. And this control panel computer that goes on here, like I don't even know what it's called, and it doesn't say it in the manual. There's several different languages, but there's very little English. It does explain to you how to wind up the grappling hook, winch, and all that, but it doesn't really name these parts. So unless I'm missing something, I find that kind of strange. But we'll put it together. So this is actually one-time assembly. I snapped it in. It's not going to come out again unless I want to break it. Put our computer here. I'll put this into here, and then the Wind Raider will just sit on top of this. Like that. Do you want to show us how this grappling hook works, Julie? Okay. And then wind it up again? Sorry. Nice. And I think originally this was meant to be sort of like a rescue vehicle. It doesn't have any guns on it. But I'm trying to remember if in the cartoon there were lasers coming out of the front, and I'm sure children would pretend that lasers would come out of this thing like a weapon. Who wouldn't? But again, it was one of just a handful of vehicles. I don't remember all the vehicles. Sky Sled, Landshark, Roton. There's a few. Not nearly as many as like the G.I. Joe line, where there seemed to be as many vehicles as there were characters. He-Man was mostly, I think, about the characters in the castle, and then a smattering of vehicles here and there. All right, Julie Bean, you want to put the wings on for us? So we had to apply some force on the first one. You just push it straight in until you hear a snapping sound. There you go. Okay, and then I guess they just kind of move. You can move them up or down. And then what about that tail fin? Okay. So we slid it into the bottom first. I was wrong. And then to the top. It was a lot easier. This is a solid toy. I'm not worried about the toy cracking. With the castle as well in the background here, I found that these toys probably more durable than the originals. And let's put a figure in it just for fun. So Jillibean's going to put Grizzlor, an original Grizzlor, in. Okay. Yeah, he's funny looking. I think the Origins figures would grab onto the handles better because they're more posable. Just fine. I still like these figures better than the Origins figures. There's Hordak. Okay, Hordak looks good. It's got wheels. See? So it can roll along. You called this a car at first. Some people in the beginning, when they first saw this thing 40 years ago, thought it was supposed to be a boat. It's actually an airship. It's weird. It's a weird toy, for sure. But fun, nonetheless. Let's see if that grappling hook works. So Hordak is using the Wind Raider to rescue Two Fist for some reason from Castle Grayskull. All right.
Now we've got you trapped, Prince Adam.
You smell.
Well, my name is Stinkor.
What? Thanks for rescuing. Wait a minute, aren't you me? What? So thank you for joining Jillibean and I and allowing us to share my new Masters of the Universe Origins Wind Raider. If you liked the video, please like the video. We will keep them coming. In the meantime, I encourage you to watch other episodes of Old Toy New Joy. You might find something that interests you, something that reminds you of your childhood, something you want to start collecting again, such as G.I. Joe, Hot Wheels, Transformers, Masters of the Universe, wrestling figures, comics, Thundercats, Star Wars, and so much more. Until next time, this is your Toy Whisperer and
Jillibean.
saying farewell from Old Toy New Joy.